How you're doing, Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs. We're going to make some spindle adapters and some wheel spacers to fit the Chop 3-spoke back wheel in our Jock's Dyna Chop. It's cold here, look, see my breath. Let's do it. Okie dokie. The first issue that we're going to address is the difference in spindle size. The standard Harley is 25mm. The Yamaha XJR, I believe, is 20mm. So that's like a cock up a shirt sleeve, as Max would say. Now, I thought about remachining some of these, making some more blocks. There's quite a lot of work in that, to be fair. I think a simpler solution would be just to make some top hats. We need washers for the outside. There's loads of length on this spindle, I believe. It might even need shortening a bit. So I'm going to make top hats out of stainless that go in there and they adapt it down to 20mm. And they'll protrude and they'll finish this edge off for both this bolt head and the nut on the other side. Right, speaking of this, I think that sits in a slot on the fucking Yamaha. And I did think about making a plate, engineering a plate that's ticked on there with a slot in it to hold that, and then I'm in the adapter as a top hat on the inside, you know, doing it that way. But I'm not sure about that, to be fair, or just a sleeve or something, not sure about that. I think just keep it simple, stupid, and do a couple of top hats. And Bob's your fucking answer. And we can look at the width across the hub and the length of the spindle. So we've done our usual draft. Look, we're going to make two top hats, 25mm external radius, on minor radius if you like, major radius of 40, 24mm there, 6 there, 20mm through the middle. That's simple. Out of this stainless bar. Right, so we chucked up this chunk of stainless. I got a bit too much sticking out, to be fair, but it's taken age to cut it down, so I'm going to size it like fucking so. Bear with, get a straight cut. I think we need a third. Right, let's have a measure, I'll see where we're at. We're at, excuse me, around here, we are at 49.19. I'm not showing you very well. I've nudged it as well. 49.19. So x equals 49.19. Enter. And we want it to be 40, so we need 9mm off. I'm going to take a couple of mil at a time, so shut it down to 47 and see how that cuts. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's alright. I've turned the feed up, the rate of feed on the gearbox. Thanks to Max again telling me about these tips there, and they like it deep and hard, Ralphy. So I'll get that turned down. What's next? 45, and then we'll split it. So we'll go 45, then we'll go 42.5, and then 40mm. And I think that'll be absolutely fine. Here we go then on the last cut, 2.5mm depth of cut. Or 100 thou to proper people. There you go. So we're just coming up to that shoulder there, and that gives us enough to be getting on with. Right, so we've just finished facing that off, and now we're going to take it out with this nice little centre drill. Come on, buddy. Going up a struggle. Just peck away at that. Get that sorted. Started. Fucking hell. One of them mornings. Hey, if you've been following along, let me know if you think things are getting even fucking wackier, because they certainly are to me. So anyway, I digress. We'll get in there with the pilot next, with a splash of water on, because it is stainless, you know, just like to get warm. If the water will behave. I don't want it blocking your view. Like that, that's it, innit? Let's have it off, look. There you go, I'll be using water off camera. Happy fucking days. We'll take this down to about 33mm. And then we'll go in with the 20mm drill bit. It'll be absolutely fucking bob on. There we go, look. There we go, that's the shot that I was looking for. Don't be crude. Right, we're at 10, 20, it's just coming up to 30mm. So, I reckon that's 36. Will be bob on, thank you very kindly. Okay, now we slowed things down a bit. And we're in with the 20. Well, a bit more pressure to keep it in the taper. I'm going to go dead steady with this. It's a lovely drill bit. It was a gift from my engineer, so we treat it with respect, like we do all our kit. We'll just take my time and get our board out, or drilled out. Alright, that's that done. That's out to 20. Get this water out of the way. Bit that edge. And then speed things up and get back on machining. Right, so we know, and it comes up, we know that we need to turn, have a look, 24mm of this down to 25, and at the minute we're at 40. So I'm going to take 2.5mm cuts, so we'll get 37.5 for the first cut, and work my way down along for 24. Oh fuck me, just got hit by a bit of wall. Probably go 3mm actually, looking at that. But you get the picture. So this is coming up to 23.7, 23.8, and we'll clean it up as we get there. Let's try a 3mm cut. So 34.5. We'll lose the half along the way. Oh yeah, that's better. No, sorry, we're taking 3mm off. Not a 3mm cut. Told you it's one of them mornings, so I'm going to be warming up as the machinery is. Down to that shoulder. Go 30mm for this one. So we're taking 4mm off, see how that is. Might be too much. No, it likes that, don't it? Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. So now we're almost at a 25, aren't we? So we only need 5mm off. Let's go 2.5mm, back to 2.5mm cuts. Get that out of the way. This should be 27.5. We'll do this cut and then we'll check it for size before we dial it into 25mm. So let's have a measure. Final cut. 25mm. It's all looking good. We'll take this down to 24mm along. Square the shoulder off. So just coming up to 24 now. Take it clean up. Work our way into that corner. Bear with. Okay, 24's there. There. Go down to 25, which is, come on brother, there, happy days. I'll just break that edge and then we'll go and try the bit on, see what happens, eh, innit? Right, here it is, look. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. I think that is going to be bob on. Righto, so I'm just going to give that a chamfer and give that a nice chamfer, and then we're ready to part it off. Righto, so the touch off on this end. Like so, 0 on readout, and then we move along 33 millimeters, which is there. Lock my carriage off, bear with. I might put, we'll use oil, put camera, plenty of smoke off this I reckon. Like fucking so, look at that. That's fucking madness, ain't it, on a cold morning? So we send that in clouds of smoke. I'm not even going to try and catch it. It's going to be smoking. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, I'll clean that end up while I'm there. Then we can spin this stock around and do exactly the same again. One down, one to go. I know. So we've parted those, made both of those, parted them off and spun them around. And we're just going to take a very light cut. We're going to go 0.14 because I've got to measure. Come on, baby. This is there. And we're just going to face them up at that. So in she goes all the way to the centre. Break that big burr off. Right, have that out of the way. Break that edge nicely. And just swap tools over, bear with, off camera. Over to the chamfer tool. Chamfer man. Nick Collier chamfer man. Shit's great. There you go. So that, yeah, is one finished. So that gets the spindle sitting in the swing arm nicely. Happy days.
Don't forget, folks, our Fuckstock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuckstock, you know it makes sense.
Righty, so that's that mock tin, look, with me fancy washers, top hat washers, to chimney it out. Now, the next problem is if you, I'll show you this side, I think you'll see it better. Oh, I've got a bit of this going on. Oh. The hub is a little bit narrower than the swing arm, and it's about 3 mil. Right, so the swing arm, the SA, full choller, is 270, the hub's 267, we've got 3 mil. Now, it'll probably fall up on the spindle, but I'm not happy with that. So what I think is, right, the wheel is very slightly offset that way. Now the standard Harley wheel was shockingly offset that way, so we're not too scared of that, like. But if we make a spacer this side 3 mil thicker than the factory one, that'll push the wheel that way 3 mil and take up that little bit of slack, so it's a win-win. Right, back to the old drawing board, and in a good way. I'll give that a clean up and a measure, and we're going to make that flange 3 mil thicker thereabouts, and that should get us about where we want to be. So I reckon we've got just enough of this, if I can hold it. I'll have a look in my stock, I might have a bigger chunk, something we can turn down, and we're going to make a stainless spacer with a big flange at 42 mil diameter, 6 mil thick, and the small flange 9.5 mil thick, 35, that's 20 mil through hole. So let's have a look at stock. I'm not happy holding that, to be fair. There's not enough to grip onto, I don't think. We'll see. Right, quick finishing cut at 42. Over that cut there, see if it's still evident. Yeah, little rumble of it left. And now we need to turn a bit down. What diameter? No, 35. So that's cool. 42. We'll go 39.5, which is there. Down 9.5 now. Again, I'll keep working away at this. 9.5. You can join me again in a minute. So, last cut, 35 mil, down to 9.5. Come on, baby. 9.5 is there. Happy days. I will come in and give those both a chamfer, man. That one is a nice one. So it presses in the seal nicely. Oh, problem there, fella, you blum seal. Alright, at least I don't say cheese. Wrong accent, there you go. Sorted. Right, so here we come with the centre drill. We're going to have the whacker on because we want to take it nice and steady. So we'll get that started. In with the old 10mm pilot drill. Nice and steady away. And in with a 20mm. Trust me, it does settle down. I know it sounds awful, doesn't it? But once it gets a bit of length in there, everything smooths out. So that'll be it. There you go, look. Shaving itself quite nicely. We'll run that through there. So now with much trepidation, we'll get ready to part it off. Hold on, let me touch off on there, look. And we want, the whole thing is 15.5, so we want 18.5. I hope we can get it. Oh, easy. 18.5 is, come on, there. And we just lock off across slide. And what I also need to do is just give that edge a good fucking, and give me hand a wash, look, with the water. I need a new tool in my deburring tool. Here we go then. I normally do this under power feed, but I'm a bit fripped. So I think I'm just going to take it nice and steady by hand like this. Look. Right, with that parted off, spun around and fucking chucked up, we can just take a very light pass off of this. A bit heavier than that, Ralfy. Just to screw it up. Like so. Switch out to the chamfer tool. There we go. Bit of a chamfer. Happy days. And now try another new tool in my fucking. These have come through shit. I'm struggling. I'm struggling for good deburring tools. Answers on a postcard, please. Sorted. Right, the next thing was going to be see how long the spindle is when it's all together. With, let me take you down. Look, there's a new fucking spacer we've just made. So the back wheel now sits inside that swing arm. We're not too much of a gap. Everything's happy. And I've tried the spindle in, and by jingo, it's only the fucking right length, isn't it? So that back wheel can go in. Then I think we can get it off the table. I use my engine hoist, work smarter, not harder, Ralfy. Get it over in the off the bench like, and get front end in, get it on its wheels. Yeah, we need to really, because I've got something big coming in that I need this bench for, and I'm waiting for material for that. Fuck me, bless it. I don't want to crack on with the exhaust. I want to get the electrics box done first, so that needs to be parked up for a bit while I wait for the sheet to come in, and the Dyna needs to go on that bench ready to do the rear guard when I get the necessary bits off our jork. There we fucking go, look. Job's a fish. So, back wheels in. I don't normally pick them up and carry them around with the back wheel in. I'll be honest. It's lovely, look. No wrong with that, scabby as fuck like, but you know, it's the right length. Everything's fucking tight and fucking small and everything's cool. Yeah, I don't normally pick them up in such a big lump, but I probably won't film it because I'll have all the style and grace of a panto horse when I'm moving that around. But we'll get it down and see if we can get the front end in. And there we go. After much huffing and puffing and jacking and fucking about, there she stands. So I think it's a bit dark in here for you to see properly. It's better. Right. There she is. There she is, boys. That's how she sits. Now, I think that sits fucking peachy. I really do. I won't drop it anymore. Certainly sits well, yeah. So, that's fucking happy days. What's next is I'm waiting for a template off Jock and his seat so I can see where the rear guard comes. Then there'll be tank mounts, steering stops. Got to sort something out for the back brake and other bits and bobs, but there you go. That's it. That's it. Chopped. Frame chopped to the front. Sat on his wheels with Jack running gear upside down. He's in, look. I'm not sure what the front wheels are. Might be Suzuki, but we've got Yamaha. But we've got 3 spokes. Japanese 3 spokes. Happy days. So, that's that all sorted. Let me just show you this fucker. Look, come here. I'm just going on my lunch. Zephyr. So I'm putting fuel in the Zephyr from that green jerry can there. And on the end of the spout of the jerry can is this fucker. And absent-mindedly, this is on the bike obviously, I'm filling it up. You know, I've got that in too far and it's fucking come off and gotten in the tank. You would not believe how much of a game that was getting that out. So obviously the tank's off and drained and everything else now. And for my sins, I've realised that not only is the paint on top of it not great, so that needs looking at, but the tank's got a bit of rust and shit in it. So I'm going to have to clean it, prep it and seal it, I reckon. So that's another job on the list. Just by the by, like, just when you're just draining your bikes for petrol and sticking it in your fucking commute, you find out your commute is almost ready to be filling its fucking carbs full of petrol. Full of rust. So, yeah, there you go. Happy days. If you're still here, look at my fingers, look. Safety third. So there you go. That's that sat nicely on its wheels, and I'm sure you'll agree that it fucking sits quite nice. Oh yeah, happy days. It just leaves me as always to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, smash that thumbs up, give us a sub, check out all the bumps in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great one, everyone. Big love.